So I think the American people know who Planned Parenthood is and that we are not selling body parts.
A company like this that wants to give out organization money for the tissue, like, I think that's a valid exchange, and that's okay.
We have independent colleagues who generate a fair amount of income doing this.
They want cardiac, or they want eyes, or they want neural. Certainly everything we put, gonads, oh my God, gonads.
Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Westhoff, but Dr. Nicotola has mentioned your name before as a good conversation. You just met my procurement technician. We work with, we do fetal tissue collections and other human biospecimen collection. So, I don't know, Deborah's kind of been our contact on the national level for the past 8 months or so.
Yeah, we haven't been working with anybody who wants stem cells. We've just been working with people who want particular tissues. Like they want cardiac, or they want eyes, or they want neural, they want spinal cords. So, I mean, that sort of thing. Certainly everything we put, gonads, oh my God, gonads. Everything we provide is fresh.
Mm-hmm.
We have a department that is focused on our abortion providers, and the head of that department is here, and I'm sure they have, in essence at their fingertips, information about volume and second try versus first try and so on. And I think they would be the right people to explore whether affiliates are different. Obviously, we would have the potential for a huge PR issue on doing this.
It's something we're very discreet about it. Everybody else is very discreet.
Well, I will make sure you're here for the whole
we'll be here all weekend, as they say. We've got to.
So but it's Deb Nugatoli you've spoken with so far. I'll make sure you talk to a couple of our national office abortion people.
This is important. This could destroy your company and us if we don't time, those conversations correctly.
This is Deb Vanderheide.
This is Deb Vanderheide. Hello. Good to meet you.
Pleasure,
Procurement
thank you.
manager.
Is it the liver only that you're
Oh no, it's all. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. Definitely, liver is probably easily the most, like, the highest in demand right now. And then neural tissue and neural progenitors is another big one that's very difficult, because that's where specimen quality and, like, the intact of specimen is a big concern, because the brain is really, really fragile. So.
Yeah. Do you? Can I ask you about remuneration?
Yeah, compensation,
What's your policy, and what have you been?
We would, I mean, however they want to work it is fine with us. Typically, most places are doing per specimen, because it just makes most sense, because that's how they work, and that's how we work as well. That's actually, I'm supposed to have a discussion with one of the affiliates possibly later this weekend about that.
Yeah.
But
one of the things that we advise is our affiliates is to really consider that carefully. That might be a different situation with independents, though. I have been talking to the executive director of the National Abortion Federation. We're trying to figure this out as an industry about how we're going to manage remuneration. Because the headlines would be disaster.
Oh, absolutely. It has to be very discreet, absolutely. What I understand from Deborah is there's not a set PPFA national policy right now, or how does it all come together?
We're absent a policy, and that's relatively intentional, and the policy that we do have suggests that you just really think about what you're doing, vet your procurement service, and if there's any way you can do it mission-based, that's probably better. But if you do decide that you want to engage in remuneration, you just really need to think that through. And think New York Times headline when you're creating your policy.
You don't by any chance have on you the PPFA guidelines on tissue procurement or anything like that?
There are no guidelines.
Not written?
Yeah, there are guidelines on research, but there are not guidelines on tissue procurement.
Okay.
And there will never be guidelines.
Oh, just to keep it.
There's no guidelines. If something qualifies as research, if affiliate wants to participate in a particular research study, there are guidelines on how that happens.
Mm-hmm.
If they're gonna, participate in something like this, there are mechanisms by which contracts can be reviewed and things like that, but there are no guidelines.
Deb gets some requests, and I get requests about whether or not people should be working with. Well, the requests have been coming. We hear STEM Express.
STEM Express is the other one, yeah.
And should we work with them? Because Shasta Pacific, now Northern California,
Okay.
they work with them, and they're sort of vocal about it.
Yeah, STEM Express kind of has the whole north, yeah.
For the first few years that it happened, it was treated as research, and then we realized that was kind of overkill.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a particular IRB-approved study.
Right.
It just didn't fit into our framework, and so we just kind of backed off of that.
I guess I'm talking even in terms of like compensation and stuff like that, just to.
Nothing is written.
Yeah.
There's nothing in stone.
If they do it, that's fine. We're not going to say no, but we want them to think about really the New York Times headline.
Yeah. To go into.
This feel bad. This is really worth getting. I don't even know what a specimen generally brings in.
Yeah. It really varies from place to place. We would start at probably $100 per specimen is what we've been quoting people, and that can some people do more, some people do less, and it just kind of depends.
We have independent colleagues who generate a fair amount of income doing this, and if they have a smaller
At the
margin
independent
or don't
clinics,
have the ability to fundraise because they're not a nonprofit, that's not really helpful. Well, it's an issue you might imagine that we're not that comfortable talking about on email.
Oh.
So we want to have the conversation in person.
Yeah.
Folks will ask the national office questions, and we certainly have answers to the questions, but we don't have a policy per se. And that is by choice.
Yeah.
So for now, that's the way it will be.
Well, yeah, but there's there's opportunities for people to find out about it.
I sort of, my stance on that is like, I feel like you're bullied by ridiculous lies and this media that doesn't focus on truth. And I don't really think that we should participate in that level of discussion, and that we should operate as an organization the way any other organization would. And so I don't feel that I'm a researcher at heart, so like I love the idea of being able to do this and participate in research. My career doesn't do that. I would love to see this happen somehow. I'm probably maybe not so sensitive to like ridiculous debate. Like, let's have a debate on the real issue and truths. That's a discussion I would participate in. I don't feel like we should participate in discussions based on color. I mean, that's kind of my thought process in that.
Based on what?
I may be alone, but that's what I feel about that.
Are you suggesting that the conversation was too conservative?
I feel like sometimes this is my first time here. I've only been with the organization for a year and a half, so I don't know the history like somebody who's been here for a really long time. But I've always been a supporter. I've been a patient, and now I'm working here, and I just feel like we shouldn't participate in ridiculous social discussions. We should participate in a valid, and that we should not curtail our business for ridiculousness. Maybe curtail our business for an actual real discussion.
I don't think anybody was suggesting that curtail. The message to me that I heard today was go for it. We think it's a great idea. Just do it right.
Exactly, and I understand that, but like a company like this that wants to give our organization money for the tissue, like I think that's a valid exchange, and that's okay. Providing that we are very sensitive to the patient and consent and all of that, and I don't see a problem with that. I understand that we have to worry about a rep and everything like that, but.
Well, I think a congressional hearing scared the bejesus out of people 15 years ago when we there was a congressional hearing on it. It turned out to be fraud. But
What was the front?
there was a person from the opposition that said Planned Parenthood had changed the way it does its procedures so that they can collect tissue so that they can sell tissue. It turned out that was false.
We've been very good at getting parts on liver because we know that so I'm not going to crush that part. I'm going to basically crush below, I'm going to crush above, and I'm going to see if I can get it intact.
But it sparked a congressional hearing and some federal legislation, which is where some of that came from. So we just want to not have to repeat that again.
Right.
And there are a lot of Planned Parenthoods that participate in donation programs that are reimbursed for. And
that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're just suggesting that call us, help us, or let us help you walk through some of those steps to make sure that it's done right. Yeah.
We can talk about this some more.
So, yeah, I think go for it. And use us to the extent that you can.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And I know Northern California, Marmonte, LA, they all provide donations for remuneration. So they would also be good people to just check with.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, she asked more questions than anybody.
Oh, she was really getting into it during the.
Yeah. I hope that she didn't leave thinking that we were saying don't
We're
do it.
discouraging it.
Because Roger said I'm going to say a number of things, and I only want you to go away with one message. I think this is a good idea.
Right.
Now, here's what you need to look out for, and then at the end of it, he said, and I just want to reiterate, I think this is a good idea.